So we are live from Crusaders headquarters. I am King Nico, and as I have said many times before, if you are watching and listening to this stream, you are the resistance. So we are back tonight covering what took place earlier today in Marana, Arizona. So two planes collided. The news is now finally all over it. Videos have been posted. Have not seen any actual footage of the two planes colliding yet, but I'm going to be able to show you some demonstrations and graphics that pretty much give an idea of what happened. So yeah, we were covering the Toronto plane crash. We've gone over movies such as 222 and Knowing that have planes in them. We've gone over the Forbes, going over this story from a few years back, talking about no pilot, no problem. Here's how soon self-flying planes will take off. So they've been after this agenda for quite some time. This is all part of the Beast system. So the B system equals 1086, just as Arizona plane crash equals 1086. And as you've know, I've been going over this number 1086 for a few years now, going back to 2022 when CERN turned on the Large Hadron Collider. Large Hadron Collider equals 1086 for the womb of creation, the beast system. We got transhumanism and World Wide Web, because what they were doing was impregnating the beast of revelation into the World Wide Web. So 2022, and then we had the founding of OpenAI and ChatGPT, which was just 3, 4, 5 months later after CERN had accomplished their colliding of particles, and then boom, AI becomes sentient. So here's the stories coming out from all over the world about the two planes that collided, and two people have sadly lost their lives. Plane horror. This is madness now. We said just last night that that plane crash landing in Toronto was not going to be the last one. And here we are 24 hours later covering another plane crash in a complete different time zone and setting, a different weather environment. Like Arizona's in the desert, so there's no snow, there's no wind, there's no ice for an excuse, as people are trying to accuse the weather for what happened on Monday. So let's check out this visual here. So air traffic control and the flight radar is showing two planes coming in. Here, this is the runway here, this yellow patch. Let's see, we got another diagram. So this one might show it better. So there's the plane, there's one coming in for landing. It looks like this one was taking off as one was landing, and that's how they collided. So I think the one that landed on top of the one coming up survived and was able to land safely, while this one crashed down to the ground. So Turk Merck says, I live in Arizona. Pinal Air Park in Moran has CIA ties, could be tied with the regional airport incident. Correct. We got Robin Nicole is here. Thank you for being here and watching live. So we're covering the Marana Regional Airport incident that took place, as you can see here in the graphic. Here's what the planes look like. So the aircrafts involved in the Marana mid-air collision have been identified. Lancair 360 Mk2, it crashed with 2 fatalities, and the Cessna 172S landed safely. So Marana Regional Airport operates without a control tower, meaning pilots, human pilots, coordinate traffic themselves. Do you see the agenda that's coming and how they're pushing that humans are not capable to do this? This is how the AI will take over. God's firmament is here. Good evening. God bless you, everyone, for being here and tuning in. The World Economic Forum. So we'll get back to the plane crashes in just a second, but I found this article today dated August 4th, 2023. And we all know who and what the World Economic Forum is. There's your 3 sixes right there in the logo. How autonomous aircraft could make flying safer, easier to access, and more sustainable. Wow, they have this technology, and as you know, this is Agenda 2030. They are pushing very hard and very fast for this new world order, for the beast system, advanced air mobility, which includes technologies like more autonomous aircraft, is ushering, they're using the word ushering in the most significant change to aviation since the advent of the jet age over 70 years ago. So they're ushering in the Antichrist and the beast system right here on the World Economic Forum's website. And notice the date, August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday. August 4th is the 216th day of the year, which is, notice in the logo, the 3 sixes. So if you times 6 times 6 times 6, it will equal 216, which is the August 4th, the 216th day of the year. So here's the planes brought up here. We're going to talk about Toronto quickly. So some stories are coming out from the Delta Airlines incident at Toronto that took place on February 17th, which was this past Monday. So remember when we were looking at the footage and I said that I'm very suspicious that everyone on this plane was a sodomite, because the 2 people that I found interviews of, one from CNN where they interviewed one person, he was clearly a sodomite, part of the Rainbow Cult. And then the second person by CBC, and he also part of the Rainbow Cult, looked very wishy-washy and a sodomite. So the crew of this Delta Airlines flight that crashed in Toronto was operated by Endeavour Air. So Endeavour Air, a DEI obsessed subsidiary known for unmanned crews. So it was an all-female crew, 2 female stewardesses and 2 female cockpit crew members, pilot and co-pilot. So your final destination, Delta, Endeavour Air pilots enjoy an industry-leading contract that also includes top-tier compensation, fast upgrades, world-class benefits, and great company. So it's all there. So let's see what they had to say. So many outside observers blamed pilot error for the plane seemingly coming in too fast and collapsing the landing gear, causing the wings to slam hard and flip the plane over. So let's get back to another story. So it was all females. There's some more propaganda videos from Endeavour Air of a female, all-female run plane cruise. So this really is a thing. Good evening, Sue Polito. Roll the losing dice. Says, hey, Nico, good to see you. Miss Rex Murphy. Hola. So again, it was an all-female crew. So one of the pilot of that plane, some of the name here has been redacted, but we can see the name Kendall here. The medical information, medical class is first. Medical date was March 2024. Here's the certificate, airline transport pilot. So the date of issue was only January 9th, 2025. So there it is there. A leak purportedly shows the pilot in command of the Delta plane crash at Toronto International Airport received her license only 1 month ago. Endeavour Air. Our diversity makes us stronger. At Endeavour, we build and foster a culture where differences are valued. We support an inclusive environment where employees feel empowered to use their voice and share their experiences and perspectives. Oh boy, all that diversity talk and inclusiveness is empowering. All that's disgusting. That's all wishy-washy, rainbow six-color cult nonsense. It's disgusting. So yeah, lots of suspicious activity. I think there's two videos spliced together because obviously this video of the plane crashing down, you see all that black smoke and look at the flames. So all that black smoke. And then you see the video of them getting out the plane and all the smoke is like gone, right? So let's quickly get to a video of them getting out the plane, but all the smoke is gone. I had to get that shot in there. Always with the sodomy, right? All sodomy. I see these things a mile away. So look, no more black smoke. Where's the black smoke from the landing that just took place? They're rushing out the plane, but all the smoke is now gone. Okay, very suspicious. So more staged events taking place. So autonomous flight technology allows aircraft to fly, navigate, and communicate without human intervention. This technology includes autonomous aerial vehicles, unmanned aerial vehicles, and fly-by-wire systems. So how does autonomous flight work? Learning and adaptation. Autonomous aircraft can learn from and adapt to their environment. There's real-time path planning. Autonomous aircraft can plan their flight paths in real time. Has obstacle recognition. Autonomous aircraft can recognize obstacles and avoid them. And autonomous aircraft can be aware of their surroundings. Here are the benefits of autonomous flight. Autonomous flight can make flying safer. Aircraft can optimize flight paths, reduce fuel consumption, and streamline operations. Its efficiency. There's cost savings, so it can lead to cost savings for airlines, and it's an environmental impact. It can reduce and contribute to more sustainable air travel. Future of autonomous flight. Aviation is expected to become highly automated or entirely autonomous by the 2040s. Notice autonomous flight technology equals 2040. I thought that was interesting. So here are the locations. So one is on the West Coast here. This took place today in Marana, Arizona. And on Monday, right here in Toronto, that's where I'm at, is where the Delta airline crash landed. So extreme conditions, snow, ice, heavy winds, and then we get sun, desert, complete different weather conditions, right? So I had to do a date decode here. So from Monday's crash, the Delta airline flight 4819, you go back 4819 days, it brings you to December 10th, 2011. December 10th, 2011, Philippines, plane crashes into school in Paranaque, December 10th, 2011. At least 30 houses were set on fire after the plane crashed into a building. So a small plane has crashed in the Philippines into a school building in Paranaque near the capital, Manila. At least 13 people have passed, including 2 children, police and the Red Cross officials say. So it says 13 people. From my research here, the plane took off from Manila International Airport from runway number 13. I believe it was on the Wikipedia page. You can see here, so it was a twin engine Queen Air, took off at around 2:10 local time from runway 13 of Manila International Airport for a flight to San Jose. The Queen Air was observed by eyewitnesses flying at just 200 foot above the ground while making sputtering noises. It then banked left and suddenly rolled, inverted, crashed into shanty houses next to the Felix Berto Serrano Elementary School. So notice that it rolled and inverted, right? Notice the connection, because what happened to the plane, the Delta airline plane in Toronto, it rolled and inverted and was upside down. And remember, this took place on December 10th, 2011. So there was a movie I had showing here. Where is it? The movie Flight. So this came out in 2012. So in between the 2 plane crashes we're going over, this movie came out. And it begins with the pilot, Denzel Washington, having the same issue with an engine sputtering, and he needs to invert the plane to bring it to some kind of safe landing. So again, more upside down plane symbolism. So again, this Manila plane rolled and inverted. All 3 occupants of the Queen Air, were instantly deceased, along with 11 people on the ground. So the aftermath. So it went to the board, and the investigation came about that it was human error, right? So human error was to blame. That the pilot was a rookie and should have had better control of the aircraft's left engine after it failed, but did everything wrong, which resulted in the plane crash. So remember I showed you that the Delta connection flight was flight 4819. So the 4819 days brought us from the inverted crash Delta airline in Toronto to the Manila plane that was inverted and crashed into a school back in 2011. The Queen Air is what crashed in Manila. That's what they referred to it as, equals 1044. The Queen Air equals 1044. So this is where we're getting more connections. New World Order equals 1044. The false prophet equals 1044. So I've shown you these numbers many times. I just showed you them the other day, and not even 24 hours later, we have more 1044 connections, right? Inverted planes. Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You put that into the gematria calculator, the whole verse, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So this is speaking of the false prophets, and look at that. It equals 1044, just as the false prophet equals 1044, just as New World Order equals 1044. Now we get Matthew 7:15 equals 1044 in capitals added, and look at ordinal. The ordinal cipher, the most base one in English, is 1018, as in Luke 10:18, and he said unto them. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So more these planes falling out the skies, more 1018 symbolism, more Satan symbolism. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So there's the 1018 connection. So what 1018? So I asked ChatGPT, who is the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty? ChatGPT told me the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty of Egypt was Tutankhamun. I'm like, are you sure it was not Akhenaten? So then it pulls up Utmost the first, Amenhotep, Thutmose, Thutmoses, Hatshepsut, Thutmose, Amenhotep, Thutmose, Amenhotep the third, Akhenaten, the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty. So yes, the 10th ruler was actually Akhenaten, not Tutankhamun. Akhenaten is famous for his religious revolution promoting monotheism with the worship of the Aten, the sun disk, and moving the capital to Akhenaten, modern Armana. I asked it, what are his connections to Obama? So the connection between Akhenaten and Barack Obama is mostly speculative and tied to conspiracy theories and interpretations of ancient history. So here's a breakdown of the ideas often suggested. So there's the bloodline theory. Some conspiracy theorists claim that Barack Obama is a descendant of Akhenaten or a clone, a direct clone. They have the technology to do that. This is why the pharaohs, the first Brotherhood, the Masons, whatever you want to call them, Satan's puppets. That's why they were mummified, and the DNA was put into canopic jars. So they have the technology now to form all of this. So Obama probably is of the bloodline and a clone. There's the physical resemblance. There are also claims that Obama physically resembles Akhenaten, particularly in terms of facial features, such as the elongated face and certain other characteristics. Akhenaten is often depicted in ancient Egyptian art with an unusual androgynous appearance, like a Baphomet, which some people point out as having a resemblance to Obama's features. So yes, because they are Baphomets, inverts. Obama's married to a Baphomet, Michael Obama. However, these comparisons are highly subjective and not based on any scientific analysis. Forget science, we got gematria. Obama Akhenaten equals 666. So this isn't the first time I've shared this. I know Joseph's done this decode. Myself, we passed this out over the years, but yes, it's true. Obama Akhenaten equals 666. Here's a video of him in Egypt. So if you're gonna, okay, I know how to do this. Let me remove this quickly. So I think I know how you guys can hear the sound now. So I'm gonna play that with the sound because we need to hear what he's saying. So check this out. Let me know if you can hear it.
When they came to Solomon, they wanted to enter the place. They could not find the main entrance, which is to keep it up there. Then they did open all the way up.
Good to see you, Ben Wilkinson. Says first time here. Good so far. Thanks for the info. You're welcome, brother Ben.
His name is Scar. And his name is written as Scar. And actually,
that looks like me. Look at those ears.
and he was the.
Did you hear that? So Obama points to the statue that Zahi Hawass is showing him, and it's a statue of Akhenaten. And Obama points and says, oh, that looks like me. Look at them ears. So that's all staged. It's all planned. The cameras are there. It's all truth in plain sight to reveal that, yes, Barack Obama is a clone or a direct descendant of Akhenaten, the 10th ruler of the 18th dynasty, as in Luke 10:18. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, or as in Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, right? The numbers don't lie. I've got all the connections, right? I'm barely even showing. I'm just speeding through it. I know most people aren't going to understand it, but like, how do these numbers work? How is this all connected? You know, a lot of people will, but you're not going to be able to get it over, you know, 25 minutes of a live stream. You got to have already had some discernment and understand the numbers, the symbolism, how they communicate with each other, the truth in plain sight. Yeah, all the plane crashes. It's not going to be the last one. There will be many, many more. There we go. So I'm just going to quickly spin through the comments. Apologize if there's any trolls. I see a guy named Maverick. Too bad none of my moderators are here today to deal with him. Right. So again, just a quick rundown of what we went over. The Toronto crash, the pilots and the handling company that took over, Endeavour Air, is an all-female crew. Not that that has anything to do with it, not that they were actually flying the plane or really crashed that plane, because none of those people looked like they were part of a crash. I do want to quickly bring up one more thing. So where's that on X? So this one guy, this was the first guy I saw that gave an interview.
And when we hit, it was just a super hard, like I hit the ground, and the plane went sideways.
You hear
and
it?
I believe we skidded like on our side and then flipped over on our back. Where we ended up, there was like a big fireball out this left side of the plane. And when we got finished, it was I was upside down. Everybody else was there as well. We were being tossed around. I was just trying to hold on to
Sodomites.
everything at that
These
point.
guys are all
It was
sodomites.
mass chaos. I was upside down. The lady next to me was upside down. There was like a big fireball out this left.
Look at that face. So yeah, this was the first face I saw, and the other guy that they interviewed, just part of the same clique, club, cult, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so I knew instantly that there was some kind of sodomite ritual involved, and now the news is coming out that all the crew members were an all-female crew sent from Endeavour Air. Yeah, duping. This guy was not just in a plane crash. His hair's all done, his makeup's all done. Get the hell up out of here. You know what I mean? He doesn't have no shake or shiver in his voice. He's just there reading off the script. As you can see him looking there, they're looking back at the camera. It was one big staged crap with multiple scenes being showed at once to make it seem like it was all taken at the same time, but it was separate. And thank you, Patrick, Divine Intervention, for joining. I'm going to be heading out now. Keep this live short. If anything, get on my Facebook. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Helps with the algorithm. My stuff is still hugely shadow banned, so I'm constantly, it's been years now, trying to break through this crap. It's just not fun, which is why I don't come on too often. You know, I'd like to care more, but the stuff's not getting shared out, and the algorithms, it's not getting on. It's not any of you lot's fault. It's just the way it is. When you're sharing this kind of truth with this kind of evidence and facts and with the proof, then we're going to run into these troubles. So I appreciate all you being here live. Please share the video out. It helps hugely, and I'll be back soon. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, days, and nights.